When they say people can change, this is a good example of people can change. I used to have a schedule. I used to wake up very early in the morning without an alarm clock. Nowadays, I need an alarm clock for me to wake up. And it really surprises me that I have changed. I never needed an alarm clock to wake up, but today I'm currently doing 2 chores at the same time. That's something that I never used to do back in the days. I used to do one chore, finish one chore, then go to another one. But nowadays, I can be cleaning the dishes while doing the laundry because I might abandon one along the way and pick it up the next day, and that is so disastrous. I don't know if it's stress or something. I don't know. I can't understand what is happening with my body, but that's what I do nowadays. I multitask, something I never used to do, and I really hated it, the multitasking thing. So these are the dishes. The kids were at home for their half-term break, and they normally use all the utensils. They don't know how to use few utensils. When they make one dirty, they keep it in the sink, take another one. But I don't complain. They're here for a while and then they leave. So I'm currently scrubbing my pots because they don't do that. They only wash, and I want shiny pots. And this pot has seen the taste of time. This pot is the pot for boiling water, for drinking, boiling water for bathing. And if you see me washing it, it's because I want to boil drinking water. I'm that person that was born with the village in me. I was brought up in the city, the big city, but there's something that has never... I've never understood it, because ever since I'm boiling water, I'm not buying water. I don't have a water dispenser. I'm using a traditional pot to store my water. And I've come to believe that you can inherit villageness. And this is one example. I've really inherited villageness from my parents because they were brought up in the village. Parenting is a school that never ends. You start out as untamed, impatient person. Before you know it, you are a tamed, patient human being. There was a time I could shout at the kids when they did something wrong, but over time, I'm now calmer and composed, even when they break my thermos flask, So now, I have 2 teenagers who we sat down and agreed they are now old enough to do their own laundry. Right now, they've gone back to school after their half-term break, only to find out my daughter has been hiding her dirty clothes at the very bottom of my laundry basket. If this was when I was 30 years, I could literally visit her school to scold her. But because I attended School of Parenting and one of the units was patience, I'll do the laundry happily and wait for her to come from the April holiday. For the April holiday, then we square things out. I know some of you might be wondering why am I rinsing the laundry by hand? The cost of electricity per unit has more than doubled, and we are working with the same amount of money every month. For us not to get into debt, I have to come up with ideas to not exceed the total amount we spend in a month. And one of those ideas is use the washing machine for washing, then rinse by hand, and minimize the use of the spin dryer. I only use the spin dryer during the rainy season to squeeze out excess water on jackets, sweaters, and jumpers. Making homemade liquid detergents has really helped the family in saving money. Ever since I started making soap at home, I'm a happy homemaker. I've always loved using fabric softener, but it reached a time I stopped buying it because we could no longer afford it. But now I buy the chemical for making the softener and don't spend more. In fact, I spend less on detergents In fact, I spend less on detergents compared to when I was buying machine detergents only. It's in the evening and my daughter has told me that they have homework to do, and the homework was to make tea. And she told me they had been given the steps. So she starts with the water first and then lets the water boil, then go in with the tea leaves and tea masala if you're using tea masala, then allow it to boil, then go in with the milk. And I had to help her because this was frozen milk. If she did it herself, the tea would have spilled on her. Then sugar, and she was done, and we sent the video to the teacher. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. See you in the next video.